Computer boot sequence initiated. Accessing library computer data. NCC 10535. Starship Tempest.
Space. The final frontier. These are the missions of the Starship Tempest. Set between Captains Kirk and Picard, 5 friends stumble their way through their first role-playing game as the crew of this Federation starship, exploring strange new worlds, keeping peace in the galaxy, defending their keyboards from kids and cats, and going clumsily, if not boldly, where no one has gone before. Captain's Log Supplemental. Halfway through our uneventful patrol along the Cardassian border, events have taken a turn for the unexpected. A Federation freighter carrying Bajoran refugees has been attacked by a Cardassian warship. They're in pretty poor shape, and Dr. Teal is tending to them now. However, the freighter captain, Ash Loon, is wanted by the Federation on smuggling charges, so he sits in our brig. Meanwhile, we are in a tense standoff with the Cardassian warship, who undoubtedly has friends on the way. To make things even more complicated, the Bajorans are requesting asylum.
Do we have to do something official to help them file for asylum? Do we...
I mean, if we ask, we give it, right?
Right?
Yeah, so he's officially asked, and the way asylum policy works in the Federation is as soon as they step foot on any kind of Federation installation and your starship counts, then they have provisional refugees status. So they're now guaranteed basically their day in Federation court that will determine whether or not they get to stay. However, they may not know that. So that's what you know your law says, but they don't necessarily know that.
Not everyone can be a space lawyer.
A spoiler.
Well, yeah, they didn't have much time to learn Federation interstellar law while they were being slave labor in a prison camp.
Excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, if they were seeking asylum and Loon got them out of a terrible situation, then I feel like Loon should also be able to be pardoned.
Well, that's not... I
know it's not up to us, but, how would we go about... Okay, so I think we need to talk to Loon. Maybe he was, directed to go and do that. Maybe.
So this will be a good moment for something else to happen. So the chief of security
he said moving the story along.
There's an EPS conduit that explodes.
No, the chief of security of the nearby
Thanks,
starbase
JJ.
hails
Our force field went down and all the bees got out.
The chief
Deck
of security
9, remain in bee suits. Deck 9. Sorry, keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Fight through it.
The chief of security from a nearby starbase hails the Tempest and asks to speak to the captain right away. So, Captain, you're on your way. You are on your way to the brig to talk to Loon when
Brian.
you get this notification that the chief of security from a starbase wants to talk to you.
Okay, I also just happened to be passing my quarters, so I'll take it in my quarters.
Okay. So you take it, the connection comes through, and...
What's his name? I'm sorry? Who's the admiral?
Not an admiral, just like a lieutenant commander. I didn't come up with a name for him. Smith. Lieutenant Commander Smith.
Lame.
My.
Captain, I understand that you've taken somebody with outstanding warrants into custody. Is that the case?
Uh-oh.
That is true. His name is... Let me pull up the file again. You probably already know it, but...
I'm looking at his file right now. Ash Loon, I believe, right? He has various warrants out for him on, smuggling. Looks like it's all smuggling. Romulan ale.
I have the information in front of me, Commander. Yes, we have Ash Loon in custody. He's currently in our brig. and we were just debriefing some of the Bajoran refugees who apparently I have not spoken to them directly, but are requesting asylum, and they say their escape from the Cardassian oppression was due to Mr. Loon's actions.
I see. Well, that sounds like an interesting situation to deal with. That's why I prefer being on a starbase.
This is why I prefer to be lazy.
This is why I prefer a boring desk job. So certainly the refugees are your purview, Captain.
Yes, thank you, Lieutenant Commander.
No disrespect, Menser, but we do need to take Mr. Loon into custody. So I've dispatched a cutter from our starbase with a security team. They will rendezvous with you in about 3 hours. And if you turn Loon over to them, once they arrive, that should take care of the situation.
Acknowledged. Maddox out.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, so I know, yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
Yes, good speed.
it seems like that seems a little weird to be coming from some lieutenant commander rather than somebody a little bit higher up the chain.
Well, it's just the security officer of the closest starbase, basically saying like, okay, you were.
I have my orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your orders are already to take Loon there anyway. This guy is being a little extra proactive about it.
Captain, I would suggest we just send a subspace message back home and tell them kind of what's going on.
Okay. Have you had your conversation with Mr. Loon yet?
No.
See, Brian, this is what happens when you have a murder mystery the game before.
Yeah.
We're all highly paranoid about everything.
Yeah.
You guys were slightly terrified out of the gate.
And yet you chose to do a murder mystery.
All right. Go ahead and have your conversation with Captain Loon. See what he has to offer,
Yeah.
and I will.
I'm right here at the brig. I'm right there.
I will submit that subspace message right now.
That's what I figured we could multitask. You know, walk and chew gum. It's what we do here. I walk into the brig
Okay. You enter the brig. He's in a security cell
behind the force field.
behind a force field. Yep. He's just kind of sitting on the bench. But he doesn't really react in any way as you come in.
He's sitting by himself, talking to himself.
Talking to himself. No, he's not talking to
Yeah.
himself.
So I go, hi, I am Goodspeed. My rank is well known to people. And,
But it's not. This is your first time
Commander,
ever
right?
leaving.
it's my first time ever what?
It's your first time ever being out on a starship.
It's Commander. It's
Or you just mean the rank of commander is well known, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's pretty
like, do you
good.
just mean the insignia on your shoulder strap? Because yeah,
Yep.
I can read that you're a commander.
Yeah, I read that on the wiki page. Thanks.
Well, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. So, what's your name, buddy?
You know who I am.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to make pleasant talk. What brings you out here, and why shouldn't I just hand you over to the Cardassians?
Yeah.
About time that happened.
Look, Commander. I know what your orders are, and if that's what you feel you have to do, fine. Ultimately, it's better to have your day in court in front of a Federation court than a Cardassian court, I guess. Obviously, this is not how I would have chosen for this day to go, but I didn't have any other choice. So,
What were you doing with what are you doing with those 7 Bajorans?
trying to get them to the Hanolan colony in Federation space.
How'd you pick them up?
I snuck into the Bajoran system, pretended
I smuggled them.
Yeah, pretended to carry freight into the Bajoran system and then smuggled them out.
You only smuggled 7? Your freighter can hold a lot more than that.
6.
6
Yeah, we were only able to get 7 this time.
6.
6.
this time. So you've done this before.
Yeah, this is my 4th time.
4th time.
Okay. Why are you doing this, Loon? We have processes by which the Federation can assist the Bajorans. Why are you doing this by yourself?
The Federation will assist them if they make it to Federation space. They have to make it to Federation space first. And
Why?
since the Federation is not willing to do anything more than that, somebody else has to go in and get them.
Who's paying for this? You're a smuggler. Smugglers don't do things for altruistic reasons. What's your angle?
And he kind of laughs, looks away for a second. Look, Commander, there's no reason for you to trust me or to believe what I would tell you, even if I told you the truth. So I don't see the point in me giving you an answer that you're not going to believe anyway.
How many times have you done this, Loon?
This is 4.
Okay.
About 2 years now.
What happened to your ship? Why was it a complete mess when we picked you up?
That Cardassian cruiser out there, they scored a lucky shot. I'm a good pilot, but everybody's luck runs out eventually.
How did the Cardassians find you?
They followed me on Instagram.
Yeah, I checked in on Facebook, and that was a mistake.
I'm safe in the neutral zone.
Awesome.
My best guess is that one of the people we weren't able to get off, the Cardassians got them and got them to talk.
So why shouldn't I just hand you over? Why shouldn't I just take you to the nearest starbase and put you on trial?
Again, I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to say, and why would you believe anything I did say?
Because right now you're doing kind of a good thing. Helping those Bajoran refugees is an honorable thing to do.
Yeah,
I am trying to figure out a way to enable somebody who's doing a good thing to do it more and to do it legally.
well, I don't have my ship anymore, and it's about to blow up, so even if you did let me go on my way, I don't see how I could keep helping, but
Their ship blows up.
if I could, I would. Not that you have any reason to believe me, but yeah. If I got out, then I would keep doing what I'm doing until I can't do it anymore.
Panther enters the room.
And crosses his arms.
Tell me why you're wanted by the Romulans and the Klingons and the Tholians. What's your deal? Everybody hates you.
I'm a smuggler.
Why
I
shouldn't
smuggled
we?
Romulan ale across the neutral zone. I smuggled biomimetic gel into the Klingon Empire. I smuggled Tholian silk out of the Tholian territory. And I've smuggled Bajorans out of Cardassian territory. I'm not going to pretend like I didn't do those things. I did.
I had a cousin on Banara colony. I know that was a bad situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
When did you get out of there?
When the colony collapsed, Federation brought in relief teams. They offered to rehabilitate and resettle, repatriate everybody. And I didn't want to do that. So
How long ago was that? I'm not asking him. I'm asking you.
say 15 years.
Okay.
So the Federation sent in their relief teams. I just felt like I needed to go my own way. I didn't want to be a part of a system that didn't work.
Where were you going to take these 6 Bajorans?
To the Hanolan colony. The population there is pretty receptive, and they help Bajorans that manage to make it there as much as they can. It's a good destination.
Now, Brian, I'm not a empath, but I can tell if somebody's... Can I do a bluff check here?
Yeah, we can... We'll let you do like a insight and command check. But we'll just make it more difficult for you since you don't have empathy or team dynamics or character assessment or anything
You
like
have
that.
no empathy.
But yeah, if you want to do a insights plus command difficulty 3, we'll call that a bluff check.
Okay, insight
And
plus command.
And insight and
Difficulty
command.
3.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll 3 dice there.
Okay.
So I have to spend a momentum to do that, right?
At least one, yeah.
I'm going to spend... How many momenti do we have?
Right now you have 7.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 more, so 3 total, to give myself that 4th dice.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Oh, that's a lot of bagels.
You went to mind meld with him and got your hand stuck in the force field.
That was a critical fail, and then also some other fails.
Some other fails for good measure. Yeah, and a success
Just
there
for
at the end.
funsies.
Just to
And one
twist the
success.
knife a little bit. Just one success at the
All
end.
right.
Yeah, so you can't.
So,
Yeah.
so now the bees come out of the vent.
So
Bees.
he seems sincere, but you can't. You don't trust your gut enough
Yeah.
on this regard to
Yeah.
come down one way or the other.
Yeah. So I leave the room basically, and I say, "We'll be talking." Then I go report everything I just heard to the rest of you guys.
Okay.
Brian, don't we? One of them was critical, so don't we get a complication?
Yeah.
You don't have to
I already
remind
said
him.
bees.
Bees.
Or
Yeah,
a
bees.
threat?
There were bees out of the vent.
Yeah, you can give me more threats. I don't know what a complication would be in this case. Probably be
All
like.
right, you get a threat then.
Bees.
Okay.
Good bees.
Okay. So
okay.
you've left the brig, and now you're telling everybody else what's going on.
Okay, and I presume at this point that we have all briefed each other on exactly what's going on, so everybody
Yeah,
is fully aware of the situation.
Everybody's up
Right.
to speed about everything.
Okay. So we have we are in the conference room now. We're all talking to each other, and I would like to set course to Federation space at maximum warp, because now we have basically we have some refugees who have been granted temporary asylum just by asking us the question on board the ship. We have a fugitive in custody that the Federation wants. The only thing that I'm worried about is the escalation of Cardassian forces. However,
Is there something we can give them? Can we give them? Is there some? I mean, had the ship exploded?
They can
yet?
have the ship.
Yeah. Well,
They-
yeah, for the next 5 minutes.
They want.
don't tell them.
They want those Bajorans. That's what they want. That's the only thing they want.
Well, I slam my fist down and I stand up. My arms are extended on the table, and I look up and I say, "That's not going to happen."
Oh boy.
To no one in the room that said that.
And the camera dollies into you really dramatic, like where it lowers a little bit, so it's looking up at you.
So, unless somebody else has any other objections or other alternative courses of action suggestions,
Captain,
yes.
Holden here, not Panther. Panther's on the bridge still. Yeah, they've asked for asylum, so we have to give them asylum. And he's a fugitive, and we just arrested him. So I think we should try at least to convince the Cardassians to let us take them back. It's going to be tough, and it seems unlikely.
Okay.
But there's no reason not to at least try, because if we try to run, we're going to get into a fight probably anyway. So
Okay. Who's our communications officer? Do we have one yet?
No, we never made one.
Okay.
I mean, it's sort of teal.
Is it? Well,
Am I?
somebody pick a new animal.
I'm a
name.
doctor and a scientist.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a communications officer.
Right. Isn't it Ensign Doggy?
Doggy.
There are five other Federation ships patrolling this side of the neutral space right now. So I want to send a subspace message to two of them to come as backup.
Okay.
So we can get Cadet Ferret.
Ferret? Ooh, Ferret. That's a good
Ferret.
one. Cadet Ferret, no, or
Okay.
Lieutenant or Ensign Ferret,
Ensign Ferret.
who's just a whiz kid in communications.
I'm keeping Ensign Doggy though in my back pocket.
Absolutely.
Because why wouldn't you? He's so cute.
Who's your doggy? Who's your doggy?
Sir, I'm a lieutenant commander.
You guys should have access to a generic communications officer. No.
Oh, okay. Maddox to Ensign Ferret, I'd like you to put out a subspace communication to the Chicago and the Vikrant, and have them rendezvous at the coordinates such and such that's between us and the Federation space.
I've got all of that, Captain. You guys are very in tune.
And actually, just as he says that, even before the line can close, well, you tell me who is in command on the bridge right now? Is it Panther?
Who's the highest ranking? Are they both lieutenants?
I think so. Yeah.
Doe's been with us the longest, so I imagine they would have the con.
Okay.
We've left Doe in charge.
Doe calls down to you and says, "Captain, I think you better get up here."
Acknowledged. We all confidently stride onto the bridge.
And red alerts signals automatically in that short time. And you step onto the bridge and look at the view screen, and there are two additional Cardassian warships directly
Of course
in front
there
of you.
are. Of course there are.
Ensign Ferret, send out a distress call to the Richmond, the Kumari, and the Challenger.
Where are you seeing these? Are you making them up?
No, it's in the briefing packet here.
Oh, I need to put you back on that page. Basically, the Tempest is now surrounded by 3 Cardassian warships.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. It's a tough day. It's a real tough day.
He was a little cheap, to be honest.
Yeah. Where's that Deus Ex Machina thing?
I think it was just used, Tara.
Hey, can I put in a request for just one whole episode to be edited together bits of Brian sighing at all of us? Because it is my favorite part.
Would you stop inching them closer, Brian?
I'm just fiddling with them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just effectively surrounding you.
So we return to the bridge, and suddenly we're surrounded.
Yep.
Okay.
And Krim is now hailing you.
Cool.
Open a channel.
Captain, I really wish you had taken me up on my offer sooner. It would have been a better resolution for you. Now that my reinforcements have arrived, I'll be needing those Cardassian citizens now.
Gull Krim, as you can see, I'm still not fleeing. I haven't set a course faster than impulse. So really, in deep space, we look like we're standing still. You can't even tell. So it's like this. It's basically the same thing from a relative point of view. That being said,
You're crushing it.
The gull is not amused.
Yeah. He gives you just the death stare.
And Gull Krim, I also have 4 other Federation ships to rendezvous with us because we have just taken on board Bajoran refugees, and it is Federation policy to grant them temporary asylum until they can, until the Federation can make a claim as to whether or not they can get permanent refugee status. My hands are tied. It's not something I want to escalate with you, but that is what where my directives lie at the moment. And as you can see, I have yet to make any aggressive stance whatsoever.
Are your shields still up?
That is.
You raised them a long time ago.
Yeah, when we said yellow alert initially.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to charge him like a cell phone, Brian.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yeah, so he looks at you for a long moment, and he says, Captain, I'm well aware of the intricacies of what you laughably refer to as a justice system. The people you have on board are terrorists who have killed Cardassian citizens, and they must face their day in Cardassian courts. I don't want to belabor the point, Captain, but at the moment, you are outnumbered, and it's going to be a long time before your reinforcements arrive.
Are their shields up?
Yeah.
That'll make it easier for Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, their shields are up.
Gull Krim, you understand. Hold, please. Yes, Holden.
I will note that Cardassians tend to respect strength as well.
Agreed. Understood. Do you have a direct course of action you're suggesting?
No.
Okay.
Just
Very
saying
good.
they may not be the most reasonable to cautious negotiation.
Understood. Gull Krim, as you are aware, the Federation is a peaceful organization. However,
And he laughs.
when and if they come under fire, meaning if we come under fire, the Federation will respond. And they will respond swiftly, and they will respond aggressively. And frankly, your technology is far behind that of the Federation and even our ship. I would take my ship against your 3 any day, especially when I have 6 other ships coming en route and will be here within the hour. So it's your choice. Maddox out.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, well, you really took my advice to heart.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the gym.
Okay, the Cardassian ships don't make any other moves. They're still sitting there with their shields up, still kind of blocking your path.
Well, Brian, to be clear, they're just moving at impulse. They're not just sitting there. We are moving, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it relativistically.
Right, that's right. You guys are still moving at impulse for some reason. Yes.
Yeah, one's
Okay.
moving sideways, one's moving backwards, and one moving forwards.
Yeah,
at
okay.
impulse.
Okay. Yeah, they're still. let me rearrange them so they look right. They're still kind of blocking you in and flying alongside you.
Can we get a tactical analysis, Mr. Holden?
Sure. Can we get a tactical analysis, Brian?
Yeah. Do you want to do a scan? Tactical
Yeah,
scan?
sure.
Yeah, I don't know the Galore class armaments and.
So my first question, as opposed to like rolling to actually scan these specific ships, is what Ryan said accurate in terms of like our technology level being vastly superior to theirs?
Yeah, I wouldn't say vastly, but significantly superior.
Yeah.
Yeah, not vastly, just significantly.
Yeah, like Maddox was overstating it a little bit for effect, but it is genuinely the situation.
Okay, but like in a general sense, 1-on-3 is not like it's impossible.
No, 1-on-3 is still long odds. 1-on-1 are pretty good odds for you, but 1 against 3 is not.
All right, I can scan the ships though. I was just curious about
Yeah.
more general question.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and do a control in science with the ship's sensors in science. Difficulty 2.
So wait, so am
Yeah,
I?
because you're using scanners. That's the science thing.
Yeah, but I'm trying to scan them for their tactical, correct?
Yeah, but I think all a scan is always.
In the past, we've done this because it was looking at their tactical. We did security. I'm okay with it either way. I just was curious. Like,
Okay, yeah, I mean, we can use security since you're looking specifically at the tactical system.
okay, how many momentum do we have?
4.
4, and you said it was what was the difficulty again? 2.
2.
Gonna try it.
Nope. Come up short.
Hold on, I'm rolling for the Tempest.
Oh, right, the Tempest. Sorry. Go ahead.
Boo.
Oh,
The Tempest did not help.
Big ol'.
The sensor console explodes and debris flies everywhere.
Rocks fall down from the ceiling for some reason, because that's what happens.
That's all right. I got some ideas in the back of my head for him. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you attempt to scan the cracks in the ship you've been dealing with the longest, but they're doing something with their shields and some kind of signal disruptor that you're not getting anything useful out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. What do you guys want to do next?
So, I'm up for suggestions.
Do we just speed away?
Brian, where is the nearest one of our Federation ships versus how far away the Federation space is?
Yeah, good question. I have no idea. No.
Is the answer just going to be they can't get there in time?
No.
So ignore it. Oh, okay.
No, one ship is in range, and it's not going to be there immediately, but it can meet you. Yeah, I will say that if you can warp.
If we warp at them.
Yeah, if you do the warp thing, warp flee, you can reach one starship in time, and that starship, of course, is the USS Chicago, Excelsior class.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and we established earlier that it was no longer just a. Never mind. I was going to say we sent a subspace message to the Chicago, and to the Vikrant, but the other ones I sent a distress call to. So the other ones should be coming in at maximum warp right now. But open a channel to the Chicago.
Captain Reynolds here.
I like it.
It's good to see you. Look, I don't mean to impose, but I hope you have the chips and dip ready because we're about to bring a party to you. A couple of Galore-class cruisers will be on our tail, and we're about to set course at full steam your direction.
Okay, acknowledged. We'll be ready.
All right, set course, maximum warp, and meet us halfway. Unless somebody has a different idea.
I think it's a great idea. I love it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
So two of the cruisers keep up with you.
You know, Brian, you don't have to.
Wait, can I suggest before we press the button?
Yeah.
Did the ship explode yet?
It didn't explode, but the life support has failed at this point.
Can I suggest that we just fire off a phaser off of our starboard side to blow it up as a little bit of a distraction, a little bit of a smoke bomb?
I like
You
it.
I like it too.
You can roll if you want to roll for it. Sure.
Yeah, that's a Holden thing, right?
If it's close enough, would it damage them if it exploded?
Nah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's fine. But I want to open a quick channel to the Kraxin, and right before we hit fire, I'm going to say, Gul Krim, there's an expression we have back on Earth. Happy 4th of July. when I cut the screen.
There's an expression we have on Earth. It's Biff. What the hell was that?
Please make this an easy task for the drama, Brian.
Yeah. Well, it's a
You
it's a-
fire any. Oh my god! If we miss, Federation ship. What?
It's just well, are you using phasers or torpedoes? And then it's just that attack, which is the standard one.
Let's go crazy and use a torpedo. That'll do it. That'll do the trick.
You're gonna make both?
What?
No, I think he said a torpedo.
A torpedo.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you cut out there for a second. Okay. Control security difficulty 2.
That would be you, Holden.
All right. And then someone else roll for the ship, because I did not do well last time.
Good speed. You roll for the ship.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And that would be weapons and security.
Okay. Okay. Success.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yay.
right. So the Kellebec goes up in bright flames.
And immediately we hit the button and warp.
Okay.
Oh, we don't even wait. We fire the torpedo and then warp.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
Like dropping
that's
the
what-
mic almost.
Oh, that's super. Yeah, that I like that plan. That's what we did.
That's what we already did in the past a moment ago.
Okay. You warp and you manage to make it to the Chicago. So the Chicago is dead in front of you, or you guys are on
Wait,
that
they're
bit?
dead?
No, they're
No.
right
What-
in front of you.
What the hell
You would have
happened?
told us that, I thought.
Yeah, well, at some point between when you last talked to them and now, a deadly alien virus has gotten aboard and turned them all into salt.
Oh, boy.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so the Chicago is in front of you, and the two Cardassian warships are behind you.
Okay.
All right.
So now, sauce for the goose, Mr. Savick. I mean, Mr. Holden.
So wait, are we in Federation space at this point?
No,
Or
you're
the neutral
still
zone?
in neutral space.
Okay. So yeah, I would say Captain hail them, because
Yep.
much better odds now.
Hail the Craxon.
Okay. Krim comes on screen, but he doesn't say anything. But he does not look happy, obviously.
Go, Krim. Your choices are fight or let us flee.
I think you mean let us go, Captain.
Fight or let us fright. I mean, flight. I mean, fight. I mean,
Not Holden, not in front of the Cardassian. I don't know what I want him to do. Yeah.
Look what we did.
Krim doesn't necessarily have an answer. He kind of stews about it for a minute, and then he gives an order to somebody off screen, and the two Cardassian warships turn around, and they warp away.
And we're done.
The
oh
end.
shit.
And yeah, so the Captain Reynolds on the Chicago hails you and says, "Well, that was quite a 3 minutes of terror, Captain. After 2 weeks of boredom, Starfleet Security informed me that you have somebody under custody. You need to transfer them to Starbase 515. We're actually headed to Starbase 515 already, so if you want to transfer him over, we can take care of that for you, and you can get back on your patrol route."
Captain, before we do that, can we cut the audio for a second?
Yeah. What's Reynolds' first name?
Malcolm.
Mal.
No, it can't be Mal.
It's Mel Reynolds.
Mel Reynolds. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Mel Reynolds.
You know what, Mel? Hang on. I'm getting another call. Just hold on for 1 second.
Getting another call.
Another call from who? And then he shuts off.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
why,
so
but
Captain-
something about this smells fishy.
I am super duper not excited about the fact that this is the second interaction in a row that has felt like people are trying to get this loon guy away from us and not letting us get him. I am convinced at this point we need to take him directly to the starbase.
Yeah, but he's
and we
doing
need to
good
put-
work. Maybe they just want to let him go do the good work.
Well, then they can let him go.
I know that
After-
they're
after we
asking
drop
you to
him off.
transfer him so that they can let him go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the case. Oh,
I mean-
I see. You're saying that that Reynolds and Lieutenant Commander Smythe are in cahoots, and they're actually part of the refugee resistance.
Right.
They're like part of the Underground Railroad here.
Like a team that's freeing these
And are you
Bajorans.
saying that Reynolds is a part of it
But
as well?
I mean, I don't know if this guy
I'm
is...
gonna cut you guys off there and say that's not the case. So
Oh.
I think you're just reading too much into it.
Well,
They're
From
just
last
like,
time?
yeah, this is
It would
their
have been
job,
good,
and they want to get their
Brian.
job done.
it would have been good.
Yeah.
All right. Open a channel.
So there's nothing more
I mean,
nefarious behind that.
the Chicago's on a patrol route as well, so it's not like letting us get back to our patrol route. It's like they just want to do something as opposed to patrol.
Reynolds is just genuinely offering, like, somebody at Starfleet Security notified him.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I can take care of this for you, and I'll just do you a favor. Like, that's genuinely what he's doing.
All right. Open a channel.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Mel. I just had my mom was checking in. So what I actually would like to do, if you don't mind, is I'd like to set a course to the starbase ourselves, but we would love an escort because those 3 Galore-class Cardassian cruisers came out of nowhere last time, and I'd hate for that to happen again. Well, to either the Chicago or us.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can give you an escort, Captain. Just lead the way, and we'll be right beside you.
Okay. Ensign Doe, set a course to what's starbase?
Nacelle by nacelle.
Starbase. I think I misspoke earlier. It's Starbase 94 is what it is.
94.
Oh, that's a good one.
94.
94.
So Ensign Doe, set a course to Starbase 94 and warp 6, please.
Okay. It's uneventful, so unless you guys want to do something else, we'll just arrive at the starbase.
We arrive at the starbase.
Hooray. We did it.
I should have just said with alacrity then. Why did I say a number? That's dumb. Ugh. Okay, so we're at the starbase.
Yeah, I actually didn't make a starbase map, so just pretend.
Use our imaginations.
What do you want to do?
Just like our listeners.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Is there more to this? We drop him off.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
Well,
all you're doing,
Yeah.
if all you're doing is transferring him into custody, then that's it.
Yep.
Oh, that really is the end of the episode?
It depending if that's what you do, then
Yes.
the idea is that you have a choice between whether you actually turn him in or you help him escape. Like that's
I see.
that's the idea. Is,
Set him free.
I mean, Holden's gonna turn him in. Maybe Maddox wants to make like an impassioned plea for his good deeds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. We can, like, file a little amicus brief or whatever and say, like, hey, this guy's a good guy. I don't know if I've used that term properly, but I've heard it on shows.
Well, yeah, if anybody should do that, it should be Goodspeed because he's the one who's had the one-on-one interaction with him. So,
I
maybe
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's a good man there. I also think that I don't know if he's just he's a psychotic guy. Sociopath. The word I'm looking for is sociopath.
Oh, you got it. Another ancient Earth word.
Yeah. So
psychopathy. That's a good word.
psychopath. Yeah.
But either way, I think it's above it is not our place to decide Federation policy and who is right. I mean, if we are to let them go, or if we are to act as, judge and jury, then what stops us from acting as executioner? We are operating within a society with a structure.
Holden's fine with that.
Yeah.
Holden's fine with the executioner
No,
role.
don't execute him. Let him
No,
go.
no. We're not. The Federation doesn't execute people, but we have accomplished every single one of the mission objectives.
And it allows us to say the 3 most beautiful and wonderful words in the cosmos, which are not my problem.
I'm on break.
Yeah, but what if we had a shuttle that we didn't need and we were like, go do the good work, and we just like send him off with a shuttle and we're like, whoops, he got away.
Then, Dr. Teal, do you know what's going to happen?
No.
Paperwork. A lot
Paperwork.
of paperwork.
And you know what, Teal? You don't see
Where
that
did the
paperwork.
shuttle go?
The XO
Oh, you
sees
wanna-
that paperwork.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be my whole day if we do that.
No, we turn them over. But I do think for future reference, if we ever want to call back to this episode, that Goodspeed should put in that impassioned plea for leniency on his behalf because of what he was doing, the good-natured job that he was doing.
I absolutely
Okay.
think that is the case.
And if anything, do we want to, I don't know if he's ever going to come back again, but do we want to roll to see if he actually gets leniency?
How does that work, Brian?
I mean,
It's up to Brian.
I wasn't prepared to do that. The choice for you guys was
Roll
either
for judicial
turn him in
system.
or, basically help him get out the back door, because he's not going
I
to get
wanna do that.
leniency. He's not going to get leniency. He is going to go to jail if you turn him over. So if you do turn him over, he's not going to be able to smuggle Bajorans anymore. So that's basically the decision that you.
Well, we don't know that.
Okay, God appears on the bridge and says, "This is what's going to happen," and then flashes away again.
You mean Q or the guy with the diamond in his
Oh
forehead?
yeah, that guy. The Talarians? Is that right?
No,
Did I
Cytherians.
pull that up?
Cytherians.
Cytherians. Oh, I'm terrible.
Talarians are others.
Every time we meet God, he just wants a starship to carry his message, and it's a whole thing. Then we fire torpedoes at him, and then that's the thing.
Listen, what if I offered
And
to
then we
do
go
the
rock
paperwork
climbing.
for you? I would have let him go.
You're really quiet now, hon.
What? I'm farther away from the microphone. I said I would have let him go.
Well, we could.
No.
Transporters have such a terrible safety record.
We'll take the third path and murder him.
We try to help him escape, and we literally just kill him. No, we're gonna wrap this one up. Sometimes you have fun, and sometimes you're boring.
Sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes the bear goes to jail.
Econ catch.
Ikonakashi. Okay, so what's the final decision on what you're gonna do with
We
him?
give him to the authorities, for we are not monsters and we are not animals, and we live in a society in space.
Also, I would like to put in Goodspeed's permanent record a commendation for using the word altruistic earlier.
Okay.
I thought that was awesome.
Since it's so rare in the Federation.
Yeah.
yeah.
The Admiral is looking at that paperwork a month later and going, what?
Commendation accepted.
Okay, so you turn him over, you beam him over to the starbase, and then you resume your patrol route, and that's the end of the mission.
Sometimes true power is in what you don't do, he says as he looks at the camera.
Honestly, I thought the philosophical debate of letting him go or turning him over would be more substantial than it turned out to be. Like that was the whole dilemma of the episode, and you guys were like, nope.
I'm still upset about it.
Do you know, and honestly, again, Brian, this I think comes back to doing it the week after the murder mystery, because I'm like, this guy's no good, and also everybody's no good.
Yeah.
But also,
To be honest,
like,
that checks
if-
out.
But
Yeah.
he was doing good work, and I wanted to let him go. I'm gonna be mad about this for a week.
Yeah.
Well, it would be also another thing to like if you like what would Picard do? He would have turned him over to the authorities. What would have Kirk done? He would have killed him.
Okay, but
So
wait.
it's like-
But Picard might have turned him over to the authorities, but Riker might have helped him get out the back door because he was doing good work.
Well,
and
Riker
Picard
likes
would've-
the back door.
Picard would have turned away, going, oh, I don't
Exactly.
see what's going on. Number
Exactly.
one. That's what Picard would do.
Exactly.
No, he wouldn't.
Exactly.
He wouldn't have done that.
Yes, he would
I
have.
think that's what Picard would do.
Well, yeah,
and I
but
think Kirk would
Maddox-
just flat out let him go. That's just
Guys,
my
we're doing exactly. We're ripping each other apart. This is exactly what Loon wanted.
I mean,
Well-
he's been arrested for smuggling a few things. It's not like he's going to be put in a prison camp or something. Like, he's going to be fine.
Nothing bad is going to happen to him.
He's not going to dilithium mines of Verapente. At worst, he's going to the, I don't know, dilithium mines of Arkansas.
Yeah. The question does he deserve the bad things that are going to happen to him? Like, if he got caught by the Cardassians, that would be the question. But the question is,
It'd be worse.
does he have to pay for his past crimes at the expense of the good he would be doing
Exactly.
in the future? That's supposed to be the ethical dilemma that I tried to set up.
Yeah. Because right now, the choices that we had were we're taking him back to Federation space, or he's going to get tortured and killed by the Cardassians. So, our instinct is just to get him back to Federation safe where he's safe.
Yeah, we're already doing him a favor.
Yeah. And I think everything we did today will get us street cred in the eyes of the Federation. We may have not done the best thing today, but we did the right thing. No, we did
Did
the
you?
best. We didn't do the right thing, but we did a
That's the
good
question.
thing.
Is, did
We
you
helped.
do the right thing?
We did the thing we were expected to do.
We helped the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
We also rescued the Bajorans that were coming as well. So like we did get them out
Alright.
as well.
We fight
So,
the
like,
fights that are worth fighting.
we aren't evil just because we didn't let him escape. Also, it's worth noting that like if we ever run into the Cardassians again, Maddox probably has a reputation with them now, in a good way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Though if he was like a pretty good guy, I do feel bad that all we did, like we did just destroy his ship for effect.
That was awesome, though.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. That Maddox really shouldn't be trifled with.
Yeah, those 3 Cardassian ships went home and they were like, boy, they're fucking wily over there.
Thank you for listening to the conclusion of The Tempest Tossed here on Star Trek Tempest. You can also listen right now to episode 1.6.3, The Tempest Tossed Epilogue, where 2 of our players spend some of their experience points. And then join us as the crew explores a strange and ancient ship in our next mission, Above the Highest Sky. But right now, we'd like to thank you, our listeners, for being a part of the team. Every share, like, love, and follow goes a long way in spreading the word about the show, and if you are willing and able, please consider becoming a Patreon donor. There are a lot of fun perks, including early access to episodes, mission briefings, and for those who play Star Trek Adventures, you can even find our custom mission scenarios to play in your own campaigns. And until then, stay safe, be kind, and we'll see you out there.